Welcome to this cartoon classroom lesson on C prefixes. In science and mathematics, measurements can be very large or very small. Writing many zeros is difficult and can lead to mistakes. For example, 5,000 meters can be written more conveniently as 5 kilometers. Similarly, 0.000004 meters can be written as 4 micrometers. The symbols K and micro are called C prefixes. A prefix changes the size of a unit by multiplying it by a power of 10. The general idea is simple. A prefixed unit equals a prefix factor multiplied by the base unit. Kilo means 10 to the power 3, so 1 kilometer equals 1000 meters. Milli means 10 to the power minus 3, so 1 millimeter equals 0.001 meter. Micro means 10 to the power minus 6, so 1 micrometer is 1 millionth of a meter. Some prefixes are used for large quantities. Kilo, with the symbol K, means 10 to the power 3. Mega, with the capital symbol M, means 10 to the power 6. Giga, with the capital symbol G, means 10 to the power 9. Tera, with the capital symbol T, means 10 to the power 12. For example, 1 megawatt equals 10 to the power 6 watts, and 1 gigahertz equals 10 to the power 9 hertz. Other prefixes are used for small quantities. Centi means 10 to the power minus 2. Milli means 10 to the power minus 3. Micro means 10 to the power minus 6. Nano means 10 to the power minus 9. Pico means 10 to the power minus 12. For example, 1 centimeter is 10 to the power minus 2 meters, and 1 nanometer is 10 to the power minus 9 meters. The main rule for conversion is to replace the prefix with its power of 10. For example, 7 kilometers means 7 times 10 to the power 3 meters, which is 7,000 meters. Similarly, 4 millimeters means 4 times 10 to the power minus 3 meters, which is 0.004 meters. The prefix is treated as a multiplication factor. When converting from a larger unit to a smaller unit, the numerical value increases. For example, 1 meter is 100 centimeters. Therefore, 5 meters is 500 centimeters. Also, 1 kilometer is 1000 meters, so 3.2 kilometers is 3200 meters. The physical length does not change. Only the number and unit change. When converting from a smaller unit to a larger unit, the numerical value decreases. For example, 1000 meters is 1 kilometer. Therefore, 4500 meters is 4.5 kilometers. Similarly, 1000 milligrams is 1 gram, so 7500 milligrams is 7.5 grams. A powerful method is to express both prefixes as powers of 10. If the original prefix represents 10 to the power A, and the required prefix represents 10 to the power B, then X original units equals X times 10 to the power A minus B required units. For example, to convert 8 megahertz into kilohertz, mega is 10 to the power 6, and kilo is 10 to the power 3. So 8 megahertz equals 8 times 10 to the power 3 kilohertz, or 8000 kilohertz. Prefix symbols are case sensitive. This means uppercase and lowercase letters can represent completely different factors. Capital M means mega, which is 10 to the power 6. Lowercase m means milli, which is 10 to the power minus 3. Therefore, 1 megawatt is not the same as 1 milliwatt. In fact, 1 megawatt is 1 billion times larger than 1 milliwatt. A prefix symbol is attached directly to the unit symbol. For example, 5 kilometers is written with K and M joined as one unit symbol. 20 milliseconds is written with M and S joined. However, there should be a space between the numerical value and the complete unit symbol. So we write 25 space kilometers, not 25 joined directly to kilometers. Only one prefix should normally be used at a time. For example, it is not proper to write millimicrometer using two prefixes together. Since 10 to the power minus 3 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 6 equals 10 to the power minus 9, the correct single prefix unit is nanometer. Mass has a special rule. The C-base unit of mass is the kilogram, and the word kilogram already contains the prefix kilo. Therefore, prefixes are normally attached to gram rather than kilogram. For example, 1 milligram is 10 to the power minus 3 grams, which is 10 to the power minus 6 kilograms. 500 milligrams is 0.5 grams, or 5 times 10 to the power minus 4 kilograms. Special care is required when a prefix unit is squared. 1 centimeter is 10 to the power minus 2 meters. Therefore, 1 square centimeter is 10 to the power minus 2 squared square meters. This gives 10 to the power minus 4 square meters. For example, 250 square centimeters equals 0.025 square meters. The same rule applies to cubed units. Since 1 centimeter is 10 to the power minus 2 meters, 1 cubic centimeter is 10 to the power minus 6 cubic meters. For example, 500 cubic centimeters equals 5 times 10 to the power minus 4 cubic meters. The prefix factor must be cubed together with the unit. In compound units, the prefix applies only to the unit immediately following it. For example, kilometers per second means the kilometer is converted, while the second remains unchanged. So 1 kilometer per second equals 10 to the power 3 meters per second. Also, 1 milliampere is 10 to the power minus 3 amperes. For density, 1 gram per cubic centimeter converts carefully to 10 to the power 3 kilograms per cubic meter. A suitable prefix makes the numerical value easy to read. For example, 0.000035 meters is better written as 3.5 micrometers. 2,500,000 Hz is better written as 2.5 megahertz. 0.00047 amperes can be written as 470 microamperes. In scientific and engineering work, a useful value is often between 1 and 1000. Now try a few practice questions. Convert 6.5 kilometers into meters. Convert 45 millimeters into meters. Convert 3.2 megahertz into hertz. Convert 2500 microamperes into milliamperes. And convert 80 square centimeters into square meters. Pause the video and try these before looking at the answers. Here are the answers. 6.5 kilometers equals 6,500 meters. 45 millimeters equals 0.045 meters. 3.2 megahertz equals 3.2 times 10 to the power 6 hertz. 2500 microamperes equals 2.5 milliamperes. 80 square centimeters equals 0.008 square meters. In summary, C prefixes provide a compact and systematic way to express very large and very small measurements. Every prefix represents a definite power of 10. The prefix symbol is attached directly to the unit symbol, while a space is placed between the number and the complete unit symbol. Prefix symbols are case sensitive, so capital and lowercase letters must be used carefully. When a prefix unit is squared or cubed, the prefix factor must also be squared or cubed. Most importantly, a conversion changes the numerical value and the unit, but it does not change the physical quantity. Thank you for watching.